G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is an Instigating Western Revolver. Instigating means we'll be doing double damage to targets at full health, and with the high base damage of this weapon as compared to other revolvers, this thing should be doing okay. So we're sitting at 89 damage right now. If we go ahead and tweak our build a little bit by adding in some Gunslinger perks, that being Basic Gunslinger, Master Gunslinger, and also back here we've got Expert Gunslinger, we can get this up to 120 damage, which may not seem like a lot, but if we get criticals going and also the instigating effect at the same time, we can actually pull off a lot of damage. So we're using 44 magnums for this, so yeah, it's gonna pack a little bit of a punch. And the good thing about these bullets is if you've got Bandolier rank 2, these things are actually weightless, so you can carry as much of this as you want, which is nice. But when I want to explore in this video in particular the damage of this weapon, but I actually want to see if I can make some use out of a poorly put together Gunslinger build here. I've got a whole bunch in Rifleman, Tank Killer that I could probably use, take those points out of Perception, put them into Luck, because getting criticals this is basically your lifeline, because honestly the base damage on this doesn't seem that good, so getting those criticals is pretty much mandatory. That's why we still have our Sneak perk still around, so we've got rank 2 of Sneak, Covert Operative for extra damage, Escape Artist so we can go back into Caution at will, and yeah, we've got a lot in Adrenaline too, and that'll help us stack a bit of damage. We just need to make sure we're killing targets very fast to actually make that damage stack, so hopefully in situations where you're being swarmed, you can actually pull a little bit more damage out of the revolver to actually make it useful. Like any other weapon in the Appalachian Wasteland, what you need to do to unlock these parts is just to find random Western revolvers on enemies. Typically you'll find them on boss enemies, that does make them rare. They're about as rare as your handmade rifles actually, so finding this is going to be a little bit of a chore. But once you do find it, make sure you break them down so you can get some good receivers. I've just got the Severe Receiver, which does more damage than the Hardened Receiver, and also better critical shot damage, which again goes into my thinking that if you're going to go for a Gunslinger build, just pile all your points into Luck and use them for critical strikes. We're going to use a Reflex Sight so we get better use out of our VATS system, so that means we'll be just using less AP per shot. And aligned long barrel, although this is going to cut down or add to our VATS AP usage, that's actually going to help us out with range. There are perks in Perception to increase your range and accuracy when aiming down sights with the sidearm, but if you hip fire, well, I mean, if you use this in VATS, I think it's hip firing, so you won't be seeing that, so I don't know. But it's another thing that I'd like to look at, although I'm not really spec'd right, so I'll have to create maybe another character to actually test this out properly, but for preliminary purposes, I feel like we're doing just fine. Aligned grip and barrel for better hip fire accuracy as well as recoil. Not that recoil really matters on Western revolvers because it fires so slowly, your crosshairs will reset before you even fire the next shot. Like usual, we're going to use our standard loadout of Chameleon and also Standfast, and I've bought this on the Atom shop. I didn't pay for it though, I got it in-game from owning shit. Alrighty, let's get this started by taking on the group of muties that holds Crevasse Dam, and we'll go in the front doors and see what we can do. Hopefully we can take out some lower level dudes first so that we can stack some extra damage from Adrenaline. Okay, it took 3 shots to take out that person, so not great, but we've got a critical ready to go, and we can almost one-shot a Super Mutant Warlord. We can do a tiny little bit of damage after that, but not too much else. Okay, this thing doesn't seem to be all it's cracked up to be. And again, I'm not using this as a perfect build for it. If it was up to me, I'd probably grab some more VATS perks. Can I open this door, please? He's sort of blocking it. There we go. There we go, with a cheeky little critical, we can one-shot a Overlord when hitting him in the noggin with a... Oh, that was also a sneak attack crit as well, so there you go. The Escape Artist perk is still going, even though I'm not using a suppressed weapon in the slightest. And we can one-shot a Super Mutant Warlord there. I'd imagine we've got a couple of stacks of Adrenaline, plus 40% damage, very, very nice. And there's usually another one up here somewhere. Where is he? Come on, there he is. Critical for you, and you're definitely dead. Hopefully we didn't kill him. I mean, hopefully we killed him before our Adrenaline wore off. Yep. Got another 50% on that, which is good. Just got to kill the rest of them now. There we go. We don't have to get any headshots against these Super Mutant Warlords anymore. What was that? Or maybe we do. I think that first one was a sneak attack critical. That's why we killed him. Go for a critical. Nope. Well, he'll disappear around the corner before we have a chance to actually hit him. Well, that one dropped a fat man. Good on you, mate. He had a good weapon. Too bad he didn't use that one. And with a cheeky critical, we can neutralize the last Super Mutant Warlord here. Now, I really shouldn't have picked up those missiles, but I'll drop them. So, we did okay so far with the Western Revolver. It's definitely not doing as good as the other Commando rifles I've played with before, but it's holding its own fairly decently enough. Okay, I'm going to try and kill this guy in PvP. I've got a crit ready to go. Just walk that one off, Winter. You'll be fine. So we'll just track this guy down. Unfortunately, he doesn't have full health. In an ideal world, he should actually have full health, so we can actually get the good use out of the instigating effects. But hopefully, with the power that I can get behind a critical, we can sort of get it over the line. So there we go. Another critical, and he's not dead. This is not good because... Oh wait, no he is. We knocked him down. I thought he survived that second shot, but yeah, if he happened to have some sort of explosive weapon just to turn and burn me with, then you'd be in a lot of trouble. Also, what did you have on you? Because I'm stealing all of your stable flux, mate. He's actually got quite a bit here. I think I'm going to leave that alone. I think the main trouble with Gunslinger builds is the fact that most of the points live in agility, which means all of your stealth perks are going to either you want to use them to take up that spot, or you're going to have to skip out on a couple of stealthy perks to actually make your weapons a little bit more powerful. See, it's a lot easier for using either commandos or riflemen because you just... Okay, come on, reload. That being said, we're actually not doing too bad against this Scorched Beast right now. I think we're in danger though. So after the crits ended, the hurt started coming on, so back into caution. Then again, maybe you really don't need too many stealth perks if you can just pull this setup off. I think at this point, yeah, I think it's a little bit broken with the old shit. Oh my god, this is like the worst Scorched Beast behavior too. I can't actually string a fucking sentence together because he keeps screaming at me. But anyways, I think Escape Artist is broken, so maybe you can probably get away with not using many stealth perks and using these with a little bit more damage with perks. I don't know. Especially since this weapon isn't suppressed, so I mean, without it being suppressed you kind of need those points, but another reason to not even bother with stealth. It seems to be doing okay regardless. We're not killing him in record time, but we managed to kill him pretty quickly. It's also good that the Scorched dudes didn't show up and get in that fight, so that's useful. Also, I got hit from nothing. I like when that happens. So, fairly decent performance against a Scorched Beast, not breaking any speed kill records, but it did the job. Of course, there are other ways of squeezing extra damage out of your guns through the way of exploits. I'm not the one to discover this, but you can actually pull off infinite critical strikes if you decide to just go into VATS, activate the critical strike, come back out, and then fire. And you can do this as many times as you want. Okay, that one didn't work. Let me just try that again. Yep, critical's activated. Yep, that was another critical strike. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff you can do. It's kind of dirty, but if you really, really needed to pull crits out of your ass without the game letting you, then yeah, you can obviously do that. Also, it's a high-powered shredding minigun. Hey, cool drop. Okay, more crabby people to the slaughter, please. My Lurk Deep King. Tanky bastards. But I managed to kill that guy without him even moving, so great job AI. They don't really spring into combat like they do, like you'd expect them to do in other games, but whatever. It's easy damage, it's easy kills, so we'll take it. And if they're going to show their faces like that, I'll make sure I take that shot. Another dude over there, another king. I was going to say queen, but no, quite the different thing. That's just a weird froggy band who are kings for some reason. And another glowing Mirelurk down there. We had a good shot at him before. We'll just go ahead and smack him through the grass. Aim with ourselves. Alright, that one already killed him. Go for a critical on his torso there. Alright, that should be enough to wake Mummy up, shouldn't it? Ah, there she is, just teleports into existence. Well, let's see what we can do against a My Alert Queen. As it turns out, not very well, I suppose. Oh, we don't have any adrenaline right now? I guess that wore off. See, it took her a while to spawn because she was waiting for my adrenaline to wear off. So if you just sort of stand right there, I'll probably have one of those and a bit of Psycho buff. There we go. Settle down, Queenie. And now, oh, we've got scaly skin. That's not good. I forgot what that does. I think is that energy damage? I don't know. Okay. Fortunately for us, she sends out cronies, which are actually in the form of grenades, so that's just free damage for us. We can't bash them to death. That's odd. So if we're able to find a bunch of her little dudes to kill, then that would actually be beneficial to us. We're having trouble killing them because they're using cover to their advantage. And also, the My Alert Queen Acid Spit, it's really not as bad as it once was. You want to keep your distance from her though, because if she gets that damage over time on, it does still pose a bit of a threat to you. Back into caution now. We can just quickly scoot away while sneak attack critting her. Almost done. There we go. So there you have it, not the most elegant fight against a My Alert Queen. So yeah, although you can get away with doing this sort of thing with the Gunslinger builds, I really think the Gunslinger builds are outclassed. The weapons don't fire fast enough. They've got the damage, but they don't have the DPS. So I don't know. I feel like maybe if you can get away with using some sort of mag-fed thing, like an overpowered 2-shot explosive. Also, I'm stuck. An overpowered 2-shot explosive 10mm pistol, you could probably make that work. But still, a lot of your agility points that you could probably put elsewhere to get a better advantage if you're using other weapons would be taken up by Gunslinger itself. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's the most useful build. So I think you get the general idea of this build and also weapon. I feel like there's a lot to be improved, but there's still some investigating I need to do, but first impressions, I don't think it's real good, so I'll have to investigate this a little bit more. That's a third character I have to create now. Lucky me. So yeah, I'll come back with a couple more revolvers then, so I guess we'll wait and see if I can actually make something of it then. If you'd like to see something like this in your game, get a random legendary drop, but if you want this weapon used in the video, I'll probably give it away for free. I'm on PC, find me there. Thank you for watching, guys.